Hello, everyone, and welcome to Stories from an Ugly Childhood. I am your host, The Crap Artist, and today for entry 12, um, we are talking about something other than my mom that has stuck with me for, 45 fucking years now. And the memory was triggered once again because it basically stays like almost at surface level every time I watch an episode of Invader Zim. The memory comes back to the surface and I get all pissed off about it again. Anyway, so the memory trigger was this little short video of this girl acting like she's so special because 5-year-old her in art class, um, when asked to draw a house, everybody else just used one crayon and drew the house. And she used the whole box and drew sunshine with a smile and a little tree and roof a different color and a door a different color. And then she was all like, and, acting like she's always been so creative and so special and so extra. And in my experience, I don't know how institutionalized education is right now, but in my experience, when you are asked to perform a task like draw a house, it means draw a house. It does not mean necessarily draw a sun and a tree and, all the extra hoop jupe. You just follow orders. You draw a house. When you don't follow orders, when you go outside of the norm, um, you get paid attention to a lot more and you get singled out a lot more for good or bad reasons. In my case, it was bad reasons. So, yeah, that's a thing. Sometimes you get labeled as subversive or deviant or doesn't follow orders or doesn't play well with others. And so, anyway, on with my tale. When I was in kindergarten, we were given coloring sheets, and it was a little boy throwing a ball to a little dog, and some trees and some grass and a little doghouse in the background, and all the hoop jupe. I'm just, told to stay in the lines. And so I went about my merry way, coloring as you do. And I decided that in my special fantasy world, my dog was going to be green. And it gave him little antennae and all that shit, too, because he was a Martian dog. And the teacher got so mad at me and singled me out and made me stand up and show my picture to the class and told me that I can't have a green dog because there's no such thing as a green dog. They're not real. You can't do this. You should color it the way it's supposed to be colored. And the instructions were not anything but try to stay in the lines and have fun. And so what I ended up doing was smearing the black crown as hard as I could over the dog to make it completely black and smeared out all his little details and everything. And then I extended his ears into the little antenna to make him into a Doberman pinscher kind of thing. And yeah, so conformity, yay. Um, Anyway, that is my story of the day. And sometimes I wish that I could find that kindergarten teacher and present her with a Gur plushie. It's a little character from the cartoon Invader Zim who happens to be a little green dog. Well, he's a robot in a green dog, but in a green dog suit. And, it's perfectly acceptable and it's perfectly fine. And he is a beloved character of many, many millions of children of many generations, like 3. But, yeah, green dogs, green dogs, and being special and different and deviant and subversive in kindergarten. And, for the life of me, I cannot remember the woman's name. I always want to call her Mrs. Crabtree, but that is, in fact, the name of the teacher from Our Gang or Little Rascals, whatever you want to call it, that show from the 20s or 30s. Yeah, that's not the kindergarten teacher's name, and my mom probably doesn't remember it either. And I'm not gonna ask her because we don't talk no more. And there, I brought her up. I better write that one in my journal. Okay. Love you guys. Bye. Hello again, some more. Um, this is an addendum to entry 12. I'm just going to tack it on to the end after I say goodbye and then say goodbye again some more. Um, anyway, a little bit after that incident in kindergarten, I was gifted a Smurfs coloring book. And my Uncle John, who was at the time a aspiring professional artist, he was so very good at what he did. Um, he got a hold of my coloring book and used his really nice Prismacolor pencils and just, colored the Smurfs what he thought they might be colored because, he don't watch cartoons because he's a teenage boy. And they're out trying to be wild and shit. Anyway, so he colored my Smurfs all the way wrong. He made them like this weird flesh tone, and he did this thing with multiple pencils to create the flesh tone. He mixed colors, and he did it in like this scritchy, scratchy kind of awesome way, rather than just trying to smear on top of another color. And at the time, I looked at it and I was impressed and intrigued by the technique, but also incredibly angry that my uncle had ruined my coloring book by coloring the Smurfs the wrong color. And so I got pissed off and I got the aqua colored Smurfy crown, which is basically just a darker shade of that. My lighting is bad because it's only focused on my work area. I'll eventually change that. Anyway, so grabbed that crown and smeared it on and corrected my uncle's horrifying, horrifying mistake. But then also incorporated that technique into the rest of my coloring adventures for the rest of my life. So, yay, a bright side. Anyway, okay, bye again. Bye, for real.